So this is the Atomos Connect. It's a module and accessory for the Ninja 5, which gives you the ability to upload proxy files straight into Frame.io. Now, on my previous video, I talked about the new firmware update for the Red Komodo, the Raptor, and the Excel, which now integrates with Frame.io, so you can upload both proxy files and raw files straight into Frame.io, which is incredible, but not every camera can do that. So that's why you need something like the Atomos Connect or the Shogun Connect or the Sato, which gives you that integration with Frame.io. You upload via the Wi-Fi or Ethernet, if you're using the Ethernet, into Frame.io the proxy files in this case. I don't think that there's any other camera beyond Red that can do the raw files. I tried ProRes RAW, even though this can record ProRes RAW into the monitor. In this case, when you're using the Frame.io integration, you can't enable that. So you're only recording the ProRes files, but it's not real ProRes RAW output. So I wouldn't rely on the files that are recorded onto the SSD here. You see here, you do need an SSD in order for this to work. Because it's recording ProRes files and the proxy files to the SSD. And when you hit stop on the camera, it's when it starts the upload. One thing to note is that you need to enable the record control on the camera. In this case, the FX3 or the FX9, if you're using other cameras, enable the record control. And also on the FX3, I enabled the time code output. And the monitor itself, you gotta enable the trigger and also specify the camera you're using. If you're using Blackmagic, it doesn't have that, but if you select Panasonic or Red Epic, basically what happens is when you hit record on the camera, it triggers the record on the monitor. And then when you hit stop, it also stops the recording on the monitor itself, and then it starts the upload. So how would you use this? I use it on productions where they're asking me for the proxy files right away because the editor is going to get started on it. They're in a very tight deadline and they need to start on the edit. But this, it's even faster than that because I can do it in real time. I'm often also dealing with productions where the director or the producer are not on location. They're somewhere else and they need to give me sign off on the images, or they want to see the files as we're filming. And so I can, connect all this together, put it together like you see here, hit record, hit stop, and they can see the file within seconds on that Frame.io project. And then they can give me feedback or I can get approval on the frames, which has been very useful. Again, too, the editor in real time, once I hit stop, within minutes or seconds, they can start seeing the files. Just to walk you through the monitor itself, you see here is the Ethernet. If you're gonna plug it in that way, or you can do Wi-Fi. It has time sync, which I haven't really used. It can accept HDMI and SDI, which is great. Other than that, you do need to create the Atomos Cloud Studio account, which then you connect to the monitor. Very easy to set up. And then you also need the Frame.io account, of course. And once you have everything set up, I mean, it's pretty streamlined. It's as simple as hitting record and stop. All right. Now, if you don't have internet connectivity while you're filming, it's okay. This thing will still work. I'll give you a story. A couple of days ago, I filmed an interview at a location where I couldn't get Wi-Fi signal. So I did the interview and I went home, and when I connected the monitor, powered it up, and I connected to the Wi-Fi. Well, it connected right away because it remembered my Wi-Fi. It started the upload on the interview I had just filmed hours earlier without me having to tell it anything. It just remembered it. Once it grabbed connectivity, it did it on its own, and it sent it to the Frame.io project that I created, which I had shared with production. So it's automatic. Now there's no need for me to, at the end of the day, back it up to my hard drives and then upload to Google Drive or some other cloud account or Dropbox or whatever, and then share that link. It's all done within Frame.io. It's automatic, and that's something that I had already established with the editors. So let me know if you have any questions about this. I'll be happy to answer. As always, I appreciate you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.